13 years ago, audiences across America were horrified by the savagery of a faceless killer. In the wake of this bizarre rampage, he vanished. Now, after more than a decade of silence, he has come out of hiding. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, The Buzz is back, directed by Tobe Hooper.
Trouble is here. He's street smart and steel hard. He's a healer, a fixer.
My name's T, baby.
Wears $600 suits, drives a $10,000 car, and he carries 2 guns, one to stop trouble and one to make trouble. He was born in the ghetto and raised in the streets. He's been a man since he was a kid, and trouble is this man's name. If you're a friend of Mr. T's, you can count on him.
How's my baby?
I'm good.
But if you're not, you can count yourself out.
Couldn't give a damn who owns it or what color. Now, you see that baby, I'll come back and see to you. You dig it?
If you've got trouble, call T and leave a message. Service is prompt, efficient, and deadly.
We move in on Big's business and the money comes rolling in like waves on the shore. All we gotta do is get rid of Mr. T.
He is on the streets right now.
One man, Chuck. He's just one man. Don't make him sound like a goddamn army.
He has one edge, and that's his cool, but that's enough, baby, because he's thinking all the time. And if he wants your ass, he gets it.
Trouble man is mayhem. Rub him wrong, and he'll blow up in your face.
Before you shoot my man, Abby.
I didn't. You and Jimmy got to go away for a couple of days. Where do you want to go?
For what? What for?
I got some trouble to handle. Yeah.
This is Pete Cockrell. I want to talk to Chalky.
This is T. Chalky's dead. Now I'm coming to get your honky ass.
If you're looking for trouble, look out, because trouble is here. Trouble man. You jive him, he'll wash you away.
Temp is only as good as the slot. It's part of this man. You got to go out there. You got to get the best ones.
It's just a job.
You try to work them frauds like nobody's ever worked them before.
I don't give a shit about that. Get me my money.
These are my people out here, man. I got a whole thing out here. They're gonna have to rewrite the Mac and Game book, you know, because I'm gonna be the new king.
When you made our job interesting.
Can you imagine that? Self-righteous son of a bitch trying to make this neighborhood safe for people to walk around it. You ain't no count. Being rich and black means something, man. You keep doing that, we're gonna be broke.
You're getting too big. The word has come down. It's not healthy to get too big.
feel spectacular. I feel up.
He's a tough man. To let him live is taking a chance.
Since he knows our secret, he has to be killed.
Terry Seguri, 6'6" of half-breed fury. But he's got a little problem. He has a hard time making friends.
You tell that bitch who sent you here how sorry I am I can no longer be her friend.
The street fighter. If you've got to fight, fight dirty.
I killed Suzuki. Now I owe it to him.
I'm sure you're the meanest guy in the world.
You'd better give up. I'm a master and you're going to lose this game. I've waited a long time to settle the score. Don't be too impatient. I'll see you another time. Go on. I hate punks worse than anything. And I would love to see the mob destroyed.
He has to die. We cannot let him live.
Dayuko school, remember? I owe nothing to any school.
You beat a man, they call you tough. You beat an army, they call you the street fighter. Introducing the incredible Sonny Chiba. You don't know what mean is until you meet him.
He's unstoppable, unbeatable, unbelievable. He's Bruce Lee, the master of karate, kung fu, delivering that Chinese connection. Bruce Lee, the Oriental superstar who exploded across the screens of America in the phenomenally successful Fists of Fury, is back to defend the honor of his nation and the love of his woman. Using his furious fists and superhuman strength, he breaks them up, smashes them down, and kicks them apart. Bruce Lee, the karate kung fu king, delivers the death blow of the Chinese connection.
ladies, as you see, the piazza is run by the famous line of John Lynch, composed of 284 columns, 18 meters high, in rows of 4.
Oh, wait a minute. I want to get over.
The Museo of Michelangelo in 6 poses. Quegorna martellata sul ghiotto. 3,000, 3,000. Ve lo porta in New York. Do you port in New York, do you port?
Scusi, prezzo giusto, 3,000 lire?
Oh, it's too much. Give him half. I'm an American, too.
Really? Lucy, she's American, too. Taxi!
Wait, where are you going? I'm not late.
You want the cab or not?
Go on, get in.
Anyone seen the police, Doctor?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
You got through, didn't you?
Bramo, bring me over a lens, will you?
Send that down to the lab and use the same procedure on the other one. Is that clear?
Yes.
Then go home. You look exhausted. I'll see you tomorrow. Ivo, give Dr. Sana a hand.
Sure thing, Doc.
Brains leave me cold. But if you're interested in a little warm meat, Doc, I'd be glad to oblige. Modestly speaking, I'm well endowed.
Let's see it. If I like it, I'll take it home.
No, not like that. I only got one, and I'd like to keep it. Hey, Doc, what do you say if I brought it over one day, huh? A little home demonstration. Doc, you ought to go home. You look dead on your feet. Go on, do yourself a favor.
Careful how you extract the bullet. We've been getting nothing but complaints from the coroner's office.
Doc? The chief wants you to take a look at this one. It just came in. He's an ugly-looking bastard, too. You ready? Stupid.
lousy evening, wasn't it? Why don't you forgive me?
I'll forgive you this time, but the next time I won't. You can't play around with corpses. It's not funny.
Well, I can't play around with you. Invite me up for a drink.
I told you, until I finish my internship, I'm on ice.
Like scotch on the rocks. Okay. I'm warning you, though. Now wait. Gotcha!
What are you doing? Are you crazy? Cut it out.
Yeah, how about you? You're delicious.
How about if I give you a ride home tomorrow?
Good night.
Hey, Ice Cube, you forgot your homework. You leave your pictures in my car, people will think I'm a pervert or something.
Toss it.
Nice catch. Good night.
Who is it? You don't know me. Could I talk to you a minute? Hi. I know it's an awkward time to disturb someone, but I saw you out on the terrace and...
From where?
I'm up on the 3rd floor. Actually, I want to borrow an envelope. Thank you.
So you live upstairs. I must say, of all my father's girlfriends, you stand out like a ray of sunshine. Here it is. Here's your envelope.
Orange? Oh, it'll do, I guess. Thanks. But I don't know your father. Who is he? Some divine man?
My father? He's a funny man. With a weakness for Americans. Blondes, brunettes, and redheads. My mother was the first. American, of course.
May I take... Thanks. What did you say your father's name was?
I didn't say. But it's written on his door in great big block letters. Johnny Santa. You're his guest, didn't you know?
No, I didn't really. When a girlfriend gave me the key in Florence, she just said, when you go away, put it under the mat.
When are you going away?
Tomorrow. Home. Pennsylvania. I've had it with camping out in strange apartments. Stinks. Oh. Don't tell me you get your kids from this stuff.
My interest is purely professional.
Are you a doctor?
That's right.
You must be pretty smart. I wish I'd met you earlier. Do you mind if I stay a little longer? Maybe I ought to tell you something. It's sort of a secret. I mean, you're an American, aren't you?
I'm only half American. But if I can help you.
Is that upstairs?
Sounds like it.
I'll be right back. Wait for me. Hello? Yes, it's me. No, not now. I don't feel like it. Ciao.
Wait. I'll open the gate for you. Easy, boy. Stop pulling. It's dangerous to go out this late, miss. You want me to call you a cab?
No, thank you.
You get your kicks from this stuff? Some divine man.
Look, I got it. Bitch.
All right, then.
Of course. It's you again.
Gonna be a son of a bitch today. So hot already I can hardly breathe. There'll be a lot of broiled lobster out on this sand. You watch and see. Look at that fanatic over there. Must have been here to watch the sun come up.
Pistol at point-blank range, through the throat and upward. For my money, it's a suicide.
I have to get an ID first. The boys down at Records couldn't help. Can we try and get a photo for the papers?
It's your department, Evo. Can you make it recognizable?
I can't promise a thing. If she'd have stuck her head under a train, she'd have come out looking prettier. Oh, me. Jesus, what a waste of natural talent. Well, another case for your thesis, Doc. And she even took trouble to be beautiful.
You think so? I don't think so. If she did, she wouldn't have shot herself in the face. Who is she?
Who knows? No identification. All she had with her was a beach bag with a couple of flimsy dresses. No purse. Come on, sweetheart. Now Uncle Evo's gonna put your eye back in and make you all beautiful again.
Good morning.
Hi.
You already out of breath?
I'll teach you to get smart with your father.
No, you're wet.
I thought you were the new attraction around here. I was going to pick you up.
Ah, really?
Come on, I'll buy you lunch.
I've got a funny feeling you're in some kind of trouble.
Who, me? Why?
It wouldn't be the first time. Do you realize it's been such a long time since we've seen each other? Where have you been? What have you been doing?
You have the inquisitive instincts of a wife. Worse, of a mother-in-law. It's a good thing you have no time for men.
I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. I thought you had something important to tell me.
That's funny. She's late. You're curious, aren't you?
Listen, please don't kid around. I'm not in the mood. Just tell me what's so important.
I'm getting married. Why do you look at me like that? Don't you think I'm a pretty nice guy? A divine man, in fact.
Some divine
Last
man.
I found someone... Simona, what is it? Simona. Greta.
No! Go away. Leave me alone. It's nothing. It's too hot in here. I'll be back in just a minute.
Ciao, Simona.
Danielle.
Are you here with your daddy? Well, I'm here to organize my exhibition. Oh, what the hell are you looking at?
That's a wig, isn't it?
Yes, of course. Do you like it?
Have you seen Simona?
Yes, I scared her away. I think it was my wig.
Don't tell me you get your kicks from this stuff.
Dr. Sana, what are you doing?
Mr. Silvestri, I was trying to steal your job. I found a red hair on the body this morning from a wig, so I thought I'd buy one and try it.
Dr. Sana's writing a thesis on the differences between simulated and authentic suicides. And this case looks like it could have come right out of a textbook.
Yes. Well, we've run all the tests. Paraffin glove, powder burns at the point of entry, all positive.
It wasn't a suicide.
Her name was Betty Lennox. She was 23 years old. She came from Pennsylvania. She was murdered.
Can you prove that?
No.
Excuse me, Father, but what makes you so sure? The path of the bullet, the circumstances indicate suicide.
You know your corpses, but I know my souls. I confessed this girl only minutes before what you call her suicide. And she could not have killed herself because I had given her absolution. And she had returned to the grace of God.
You may have a knowledge of souls, but that doesn't qualify you to dispute scientific fact, Father. Especially when the soul is a woman's.
I've known this woman's soul since she was a child. My name's Lennox, too. I'm a brother. Yes, Betty was wearing a wig like this the other night. Can I ask you for a lift? I don't know Rome very well. Oh, if you don't mind, I'd like to drive. You seem a little nervous.
Aren't you going too fast? Where are you taking me?
To the scene of the crime. Can you show me where that girl was found dead?
Yeah, it's down there.
Thank you.
There's nothing to see.
It's here. It's, down on the beach. But I'm sure you know that already. I mean, it's obvious you've been here before.
Of course I've been here before. Like everybody else who lives in Rome.
Okay, let's go.
You can go by yourself.
Simona! Simona! Up here! To the left! Wait for me! I'm coming down! I've been trying to get a good shot of that dome for 2 months now, but the light is never right. You know, it takes more patience to photograph stones than corpses. Yeah, they both hold still for you, that's true. The right light is hard to find. It all depends on the absorption and the refraction of the various components of the solar spectrum. In the open air, there's really a hell of a variation from hour to hour. I'm boring you, huh?
No, not at all. It's very interesting.
Want to see my etchings?
You know, I feel just like Little Red Riding Hood. Do you believe it?
Sure I do. And this is Grandma's house. Oh. You better watch out, Miss Hood. Boy, people have been knocking themselves off like flies. What's the latest on this mystery girl?
Huh? She's not a mystery anymore. Her name's Betty Lennox. Her brother identified her.
Lennox. Honey. Name's familiar. Come on, I'll show you around.
I might have been able to stop her.
You mean you knew her?
No, I only met her once.
And this is the playroom.
You're better than Cartier-Bresson. Would you fix me a drink? Undress me. There's too much light. Oh, brother, these must be worth a fortune, if my dad ever saw them. I'm sorry about before. Do you forgive me?
I can't forgive your damn corpses. They really messed you up. I didn't know things were this bad.
Neither did I. You know, you've got a swell house. It's a real millionaire's place.
What were you expecting? A garret? My favorite pastimes. Photography and this. Car racing. Wait a minute. Lennox. He was a racing driver. One of the tops. Indianapolis. Mexico. Le Mans. He went off the track at Le Mans and killed about a dozen people. Some kind of record. Look. That's the accident. And that's Paul Lennox. Think it's the same guy?
I don't know. I don't think so. This man's a priest.
After the accident, Paul Lennox stopped racing, went into some kind of nut house. It's a short step from the straitjacket to the dog collar. But it's been said, no one is closer to God than a loony.
Doxy, come over here. You been a good dog today, huh? You are the nicest. You like to be petted, don't you? You're a very, very good dog. I'm very, very fond of you. Yes, I am. Want an encore?
We like the same things, me and my dog.
The dog's only a dog, but you're a pig. The son's warping his mind. That moron.
Morning. Got you, 45, Mr. Sanner. Just the thing when you're in an empty building in the middle of summer. Believe me, Burgess would have a field day if I didn't have my old army pistol. You don't mind my saying so, but your daughter, she seems a little jumpy, too.
She's been working too hard on her master's degree. I know it's bad.
I think maybe she's scared, too. All alone up there.
I have another favor to ask of you. I'll make it worth your while, of course.
Who's there? Stop! Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
I've already killed a lot of people! You understand? Do you understand? I'll kill you too! I'll kill you! No! I'll kill you! I'll kill you! I'll kill you! I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
Lennox! Are you out of your mind?
It's my sister's bracelet. I found it in the cogs of one of those machines they use to clean the beach with. Somebody tore it off her and threw it away in the sand. Just as this beach chair and the bathing suit are also part of some setup to keep her from being identified right away. You see, whoever killed Betty didn't realize that there was anybody in Rome that could identify her. I mean, this gunshot, too. They tried to destroy her features. I mean, a beautiful girl doesn't kill herself like that. You're an expert on suicides, real ones and fake ones. You know that that's so.
Listen, Dr. Maury made some more tests on your sister, and he found traces of drugs. That can explain a lot of things, especially in a suicide.
Betty was involved with drugs, but she hadn't touched the stuff for years, and I know that for a fact. If there were any drugs found in her system, they were forced on her. It's your father, huh? He's a very good-looking man. What's, that apartment upstairs? Some kind of love nest? Interesting, this, bracelet. Doesn't it look like Florentine handiwork to you? I mean, like that bureau. Or the items that your, father sells in his antique shop in Florence.
That's enough. If you suspect somebody, why don't you go to the police?
Well, they think it was a suicide, and I don't have enough proof to change their minds. I mean, not yet.
Change their minds. Isn't your name Paul?
Yes, my name's Paul. So what?
You might have some trouble changing their minds. After the massacre at Le Mans, where'd you go? You haven't been passing yourself off as a priest for very long, have you?
I am a priest. You hear me? I am a priest. Why don't you try and show me some respect? You hear me? Show me some respect! Presto, presto!
It often happens with some kind of epilepsy since he had an accident. Put him on the bed.
I'll call the doctor.
Hello?
I'd like to speak to Johnny Sana. Who's this?
Hello, Uncle Lelo.
Where the devil's your father, Simone? On safari? There's a lot of work piled up here. Mail, problems, letters to be written. I think the only time he picks up a pen is to sign a check. I'm telling you, I'm fed up.
I was sure he was in Florence. He hasn't been home for ages.
All right. Goodbye, Simone.
Listen. Do you know if Dad received an order?
Why? Is it important? No. I'm sorry. There's nothing like that here.
If it comes, would you put it aside, please?
Nothing gets lost here. If you see your father, give him hell for me. Ciao.
She would have to leave all this stuff here.
What the hell's eating you? Some bitchin' heat? Are you staying? Here! Down, damn it! Down! Good boy, that's better.
Dogs, why are you barking? Poor thing. Dogs.
Come away.
It's all my fault. I shouldn't have left him alone. He tried it once before. He wasn't himself. We were fighting all the time. He even sent me away.
I'm so sorry. Goodbye, Eleonora.
Un altro suicidio. Ma che cos'è? Un'epidemia? Si dice psicosi collettiva, vero?
Le macchie solari.
Come?
Sì. Lei non crede che l'attività del sole possa influenzare la mente umana? Io sì. Lo riscontro in me stessa. In questo periodo abbiamo sballato tutte le statistiche in fatto di suicidi.
Is this your father's signature? Or are you going to tell me it's a forgery? It's quite a nice tip for a caretaker, isn't it?
How'd you get that?
I found it in the caretaker's house. I think the police would be very interested in this, don't you? I haven't told them yet. Aren't you going to thank me?
Please don't start asking questions. I don't know anything.
Taxi! Libro? I met my sister right here. I was a couple of minutes late, and she was just about to get into a cab. I remember every word she said.
Yes, I was going. I'm not used to being lucky. I was afraid.
Afraid of luck? Or do you mean of what I represent?
No, my luck in running into you. Usually when I've done some damn fool thing, the only one that got hurt was me. This time I've betrayed someone's good faith. Someone that loved me.
done that, Betty?
Don't ask me too many questions, or I'll lose my courage, Paul. I was about to play a rotten trick on the poor guy. Something really shitty. Sorry.
I wasn't born a priest.
I know, but you put me on edge just the same. As a matter of fact, you always have. But I love you anyway.
I love you, too. You're a good girl. You've always been.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not.
You know, we priests are something like magicians.
Yes, I know.
Then you know that if I absolve you, your sins go away. They disappear.
Do you really think so?
But first, I want you to tell that man everything. The one you hurt him.
It won't be easy.
Promise me. It was my own advice that killed her. That's why I have to discover the truth.
You're unreasonable. I'm sure it's because you've lost your sister. But don't you think you should still be under treatment, Father Lennox?
You think it's some sick fantasy of mine that there have been two very strange deaths? Why was the caretaker paid first and then strangled? What do you think, I'm an idiot? He must have seen something. And as for your father's innocence, why is he in hiding?
My father? My father? You don't even know him and you think he's guilty. You don't want the truth, you want revenge. And somebody to hate. My father's incapable of hurting anybody, but you are.
I know I'm not worthy of the cloth I wear. But God will help me.
If you really want to know the truth, then I'll help you too.
Simona, dear, you have all my sympathy. That poor super.
What's that mess?
I'm doing a sketch. But of course, art is definitely inferior to reality, even in horror and sadism. Look at you, for example. You were a monster when you were little and found out your father liked me.
Too bad he doesn't like you anymore.
Maybe you still are a monster, dear. But you have better style now. Is that why you came to the Criminal Museum, to get ideas for your twisted little mind?
If I were you, I'd concentrate more on your cartoons and less on the bottle.
Has somebody else been using this typewriter?
No one, Miss Anna. You know, the place is a morgue this time of the year. I like a winter vacation myself.
Goodbye. Don't try to stop me. I think I'll add another suicide to the merry-go-round. More scientific and well-planned than the others. It seems sweet to die in August. You'll find me in room 13. That's my signature. Room 13. Firearms and suicides. Somebody's trying to drive me crazy.
open the door! Daniele, open the door! It's not funny! Daniele! Open the door! Don't try to stop me. Sweet to die in August. It's the same letter.
Miss Connor, is that you in there? Open up!
Buongiorno.
How's Simona?
I think she's calming down a bit.
You the doctor?
No, I'm just a friend of hers.
Hey, I know you. You're Paul Lennox, right. I was a great fan of yours. Simona tell you?
No, she didn't.
What happened to her? Daniela wouldn't tell me.
Yes, well, neither can I. Look, I'd like to ask you a favor. She's feeling pretty lousy, and it'd be a good thing if you could try to get her mind away from it.
Right. That's what I'm here for. Leave it to me. Point 1. I don't believe you're sick. Point 2. I'm racing today at Vallelunga, and I'd feel hurt if you didn't come to watch me. You're invited too, Maestro.
Is there a third point?
Sure. You have to promise me and your friend that you'll drop this ridiculous thesis on suicide. For a couple of months, anyway. Give us a breather. Sure, what's left of the summer. Then, if you want, just to please you, we'll all commit suicide, okay? Here. Come on, up you go. I'm not taking no for an answer.
It feels good to be here today. What's the matter with you? You've been looking at me like that all day, and you haven't said a word. Not playing detective again, are you? Go ahead. What do you want to know this time?
Well, I could think you really tried to kill yourself because you found out something you couldn't bear to live with.
My father. No, I swear.
Somebody get killed. I'm sorry, I can't take this.
Elvira looks after me like a prince.
Do you want me to help you?
Can't hear a word you're saying. Poor darling's deafer than Ludwig van Beethoven. If she weren't, do you think I'd keep her around the house? Watch.
I'm going to bed. Excuse me, children.
Good
Good
night.
night, my love. If I could only photograph it. The way it is now, in this light. The same clarity of form. You know, you ought to put it in your thesis.
The dome?
Yeah. The architect committed suicide 300 years ago. And in August, too, if I'm not mistaken. Francesco Borromini. Another celebrated victim of the summer sun.
What really happened to your windshield?
Just a stone on the track. They're like bullets at that speed.
I don't think I've ever been so afraid.
Why were you so afraid? Care about me, my little ice cube?
I want to change. Can you help me? Or don't you think the art of seduction would have any effect on me?
Paris. City of lights, of forbidden pleasures.
What is it? A brothel?
Are you kidding? Une maison de la belle époque.
It's extraordinary.
Look how marvelous this is. Hand-painted.
I would have liked to have been one of them.
Like Nana, she used to drive the men wild.
Nana, what was your secret?
I took the initiative.
No. No. No! It's ridiculous. It's absurd.
We should go somewhere together. Just you and me. Maybe if we were away from here, you'd loosen up.
Maybe.
Miss, you wanted at the bar.
Thank you. Excuse me a moment.
Yes, thank you. The same with this.
Ah, the great playboy. It must be serious. You haven't even shaved.
Do me a favor. A telephone call.
What do you want me to do? Hang up if a man answers?
Dial the number for me and say hello.
Dad, where have you been? I've been looking all over for you. How'd you know I was here?
Just thought you might be. I saw you together at Vallelunga. Listen to me. I'm going home. I'm tired of hiding. Will you meet me there, Simona? I want to talk to you. Make up an excuse and leave.
Yeah, okay.
Johnny.
Huh?
Do you want me to give you a ride?
No, no. I'm in a hurry. I have a car waiting for me outside. Thanks anyway. You know the way. Now look, I told you the truth. I was in love with your sister, and I was going to marry her. We decided in Florence. Then she dropped out of sight. And the next time I saw her was in the papers, in those hideous photographs.
Senor Sana, my sister told me she felt guilty about you. About something rotten she'd done to you. And that's why she was killed, and I'm absolutely certain of it. If you're telling me the truth, I think you'd better tell me who else I should suspect.
Suspect? I don't suspect anyone. I think she killed herself. You supplied the reason, remorse. She killed herself, period.
You're frightened. I'd have to be blind not to see it. Of whom? Of what?
Father Lennox. Ah, bullshit. What are you doing here?
Waiting for you. Straightening up your disorder as usual. I opened this. It's signed Betty. Is she the one who was in the papers recently?
Dear Johnny, I would have liked to have become your wife.
But I betrayed your trust, and so I'd rather go away. But before I do, I want to ask you to forgive me for taking this way out, and for taking this document from you. I'm returning it now. Please, try not to hate me too much. Betty.
A letter of farewell?
No. This is a suicide note. I was right. This should convince that priest. Where's the document?
That's what I was wondering.
Where's that document? You
Johnny,
can't
are
do
you
this
mad?
to me.
There was nothing
It's
else.
robbery.
Understand?
You understand?
Nothing else, I
It's
swear
robbery.
it. Now
You
try to be
can't do this.
reasonable.
You'll pay for this. I swear to God, this time you'll pay.
Our partnership is finished. Swindles, frauds,
The
tricks.
document! The document was
You
there!
go too far.
You're lying!
I won't be involved anymore. You're a failure. You're a failure.
Thief! Thief! You pay!
Hey, lady, you okay? This is where you wanted to go, huh?
Yes.
2005. Thank you. Hey, lady, you forgot your change. Some people ought to take an ambulance, not a taxi.
What's wrong with this thing? Simona, my poor dear.
Is he still in there?
Yes, it's terrible.
Where'd you come from?
Florence. I just got in a few minutes ago.
That's not true. I telephoned. You've been in Rome for 2 days.
Come with me, please, Miss Sana. There are multiple fractures, and the third vertebra is crushed. He might pull through, but I'm afraid he'll be completely paralyzed.
Paralyzed? Completely?
From here down, I'm sorry.
He won't even be able to talk. Dad.
Simona?
We don't need any priests here.
Simona, wait. Don't you need a friend?
Hypocrite. You hated him. I'll bet you're happy now. Did you see him? He's a vegetable. I've got nothing more to say to you. It's an injection, all right.
And nobody realized. You mean it wasn't suicide?
A narcotic. A drug. That made it easier to kill her. Set up a fake suicide. It's for sure Dad didn't do it. He hates needles.
You're fantastic. Doc, did anyone ever tell you you're terrific? It's not your brains, baby. It's your body.
Move your arm.
All right. Where do you think I should put it, doll? Come on. Oh, come on. No! Stop fighting. You know you want it. What are you talking about?
Bastard! Let me hold you!
Good. Come on. Come on, baby. Good. Come on. Don't fight. That's it. That's it. Don't fight.
You bastard! I'll gouge your eyes out. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
No! 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 No!
I'll kill you.
No! I wouldn't have done nothing.
I'll kill you.
I wouldn't have done nothing. No! Please! Please, no! I didn't mean to do it! No! No! Stop it! No!
Calm down, baby. It's not self-defense, it's murder. You may be an expert on corpses, fella, but you have a lot to learn about women.
No, I won't bother no more. Look, I give you my word.
You can't blame the poor bastard for trying. Nothing turns on a simple clod like that more than an icy woman. It's the challenge. I never saw you like that before. You're a real hellcat.
I couldn't take it anymore.
It was worse than that. You wanted to kill him. I only wonder if it might have happened other times.
You suspect me?
You're goddamn right. You're capable of anything. Look at that woman. I don't know anyone more beautiful. And you're trying to destroy her. That's the real crime. Mine. Right.
Take off your glasses and look at me.
I'm sorry about yesterday. I no longer think your father was...
Yesterday was 100 years ago. Today I feel different. I feel... You know, it's so hard to explain. Are you really a Catholic priest? If you are, then confess me. There's a part of me I don't understand. It's so violent. It wants to kill me. I'm afraid.
You should have confided in me sooner. I might have been able to help you.
Confide in you? How can I confide in you if you hate me? I had to find somebody else, and we made love. But that's not a sin. I was really making love with you. I love you. I'm sorry, I love you. But I do. I love you.
Please, Simona, don't hurt yourself so much.
I'm not hurting myself. You're hurting me. Why do you have to hide behind your cloth? You are a man, aren't you? In my dreams, you are. I made love with somebody else, but really it was you. What do your awful vows mean? You were sick when you took them. They don't count.
Please, Simona, don't blaspheme.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Simona, I love you too. I'll never give up my vows, but I love you. As much as a man like me can love anyone. I know a 16-year-old kid who's paralyzed like your father.
Somebody who was hurt at Le Mans?
Yes, a kid involved with my accident. Anyway, he has this machine with which he can express himself with just the movement of his eyes.
I know. There's something like that in experimental psychiatry. I know what you mean. You mean my dad? You mean he could communicate with it? He could tell us everything.
Yes. Then maybe this nightmare will be over with. Come on.
Raise him a little more. Pulse is still weak. Prepare 2.5 of adrenaline.
Yes, Doctor.
Plug in the monitor. We'll start as soon as Inspector Silvestri arrives.
Here he is now, Doctor.
We're ready, Inspector.
Thank you. I'll ask the questions. Did you attempt suicide? That's eyes. That could be yes.
Just a moment. He's going on.
Stop the machine. Lights. Nurse. What the devil? Which injection did you... He's overreacting.
Dad? Get him to the reanimation unit. Hurry!
It's too late for reanimation. He's gone. We can't do anything for him now.
Don't touch anything. Please wait outside. No one is to leave the hospital without my permission.
I've talked to the authorities, and the police will allow you to leave. But it took the Cardinal to convince them. So I advise you to hurry things, Father Lennox, before they change their minds.
But I haven't done anything wrong, and I have my work here.
My good fellow, we've already been over that.
Look, please,
Good
Father.
morning, Father Lennox.
Whose is that, Pietro?
It's for you, Father. A young lady brought it in a few minutes ago.
Well, where did she go?
I don't know where she went. I told her you were leaving and...
Excuse me.
Simona! Simona!
Simona! Well, he's leaving.
He's checking out. I didn't want to tell you, but it might be important. I saw him with your father.
When?
That night. A little before he... Well, you know, before he fell out of the window. You don't believe me? Here's the agency number. The car was rented by an American priest. I just felt like checking it out.
An old Bible. Ink blotted. There was some kind of a letter.
It must be pretty important to get you out on the road over the August holidays. Kind of hot.
You're right.
Thank you, Mr. Sana.
Buongiorno, Senor Sana. I'm going to Florence, too. You mind?
What do you want?
I met you at the hospital. My name is Father Lennox. Remember me? Well, you wouldn't refuse a priest a lift, would you? I don't think you should. Andiamo.
I'm sorry to leave you alone, but I'm going to Frascati for the afternoon to see my sister.
That's all right. I'm going to sleep all day.
Thank you.
You were jealous of your father and of me. And the janitor knew. And what about that comedy at the Criminal Museum? A clever setup to make you look innocent. All very well thought out.
No!
Tell me, Lennox, why did you want to come here?
I have been in Florence since the flood. What a disaster for Florence. But at least it was the first time in history that youth from all over the world worked side by side to recover and save the great works of art that belong to all humanity. I was with them. How many paintings and precious books were lost? And then some were saved. Like this one, perhaps you've seen it before. It's a very rare edition. Aren't you surprised to find it in my hands?
I know nothing about it.
I imagine you have a department for book restoration in this place.
You imagine or you already know?
A mirror. I need a mirror. Nel piano possesso. Mol allore. Malallore, huh? It might be being of sound mind and of full possession of my faculties. And even though this cost me much pain, a will.
Get out of here, Lennox. I will not tolerate your insinuations of blackmail.
You won't tolerate blackmail. But you might practice it, right? Where did you buy it? Look, either you're going to tell me or I'm going to look it up in your records. Well, it's obvious you got it before the flood. You know, this area suffered a great deal of damage, didn't it? But the Sana brothers made a great comeback and in record time. Did a little bit of luck help you through the crisis? In any case, I also happen to know that you had a fist fight with your brother the night he fell.
It's the August holidays. Nobody's here. Where do you want me to go?
He stole my car, my gun. He's dangerous. He's on his way to Rome for you.
Why me?
Probably because you're going to be his next victim. Anyhow, I warned you.
Don't touch anything.
Hello? Ah, it's you. Sorry, I was on the terrace helping Aunt Elvira. This heat is murder on the flowers. What's the matter with you? You sound so different. Are you frightened? Get it off your chest, sweetheart. That's what we're here for. You know, I'm a lot like you, Aunt Elvira. Your patience, your attention to detail. Even so, your life's tranquil and mine's a mess. My money is going through a very delicate period right now. Like your flowers in the sun. Both need care. Someone still presents a threat to my inheritance. It's all your brother's fault. I mean my father's.
Oh, are you talking to me, Edgar?
Papa! I was talking about Papa!
What a fine man my brother was. I'm going to take some flowers to him.
He was a hard-headed fool. And you wouldn't have to take him flowers if he hadn't broken my balls when he was still alive. Imagine him arranging to get his revenge from the grave. With that stupid business of hiding his will in the Bible. Christ. I wish I knew why the hell that priest went to Florence. He's another stubborn fool. His idiot sister. Poor Betty. You always said I was no good. You wanted to disinherit me, but you didn't make it, did you? Your will is right here. Safe and sound. The priest and Simona are the only ones left to give me any trouble. Dear Papa. I have to take care of them, too.
Open up, it's me.
Hey, your nerves are really shot. Come on. I'm here now. You got anything to drink? I've been on that scaffolding taking pictures since this morning. It's like an oven out there.
I must have something in the refrigerator.
Aren't you thirsty? We said we'd go away somewhere together. Why did you change your mind? That was a mistake. You really think that Paul Lennox is mixed up in these killings?
I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore. I'm so confused. I only know that every time something happens, he's there. He found the Bible. Uncle Lalo told me.
Really? Where? Everyone's been looking for it. Your father, the janitor, your uncle. But what's he gonna do with it? There's nothing in it anymore.
You knew about it too.
I'm afraid so, you see. It was mine. I had the unfortunate idea of selling it to your father, along with a lot of other old books. And during the restoration, after the flood, he found a will inside it, disinheriting me. Instead of giving it back like a gentleman, he started blackmailing me. Dishonesty. And that was where all the trouble started.
My father blackmailed you.
An amateur. And a lousy shot. I remember my windshield at Vallelunga. That was his bullet. Here comes our priest. You sit there and be good. I'll go.
I can't move. I'm too weak.
I drugged your beer. I'm sorry.
What for?
Don't worry. It only knocks you out. It won't kill you.
Simona? 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 Simona, what's the matter? What's the matter, Simona? Ah! You murderer! Maniac! The more you struggle, the quicker it'll reach your brain. Your father knew what kind of a monster you are.
And he fell down the cellar stairs. You see? I understood him, too. You won't get away with this. The hand of God, Reverend? No. It was all my fault for picking your sister as my accomplice. The little bitch tried to back out just when things were going fine. Now you're gonna tell me the whole thing. Where's the Bible? Where did you hide it? Come on. You can tell me. Where?
In his apartment.
What? After all you did to make him fall in love with you, so you could steal it from him? What is it you want? More money?
My conscience. I couldn't go through with it.
But look, here's the will. You weren't planning to send it back to him, were you? No, it's mine. That wouldn't be right, would it? But the letter, yes. I'll send it for you. I promise you that. The trouble is, people are too curious. You, priest, the janitor, and you, Simona. I'm sorry about you. Really. A handsome couple, an impossible, tragic love affair. I've written a heart-rending farewell letter in your handwriting, Simona. Your notes for your thesis came in very handy in every way. Now it's back to my racing cars and photography. Thanks for your cooperation. Goodbye. Lazarus rose from the dead. I underestimated you, priest. You can work miracles, too.
Edgar, listen to me. I haven't come here to hurt you. I just want you to come down with me. Edgar! Don't! Are you crazy?
Come with me, priest. Don't. No. But you first. Let go, priest. What are you afraid of? In 3 days, you'll rise again. No.
Edgar, hold on! It'll be all right, I promise you!
Come with me, priest!
For the love of God, hold on!
Come on down!
I can't hold you! I've got to
Die
save
together,
you.
priest! You're coming with me! Come on! I'm not the one that's crazy! You are! Let's go see God, Lennox!